Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another Death Must Die video. Alright, today we're going over the weekly dev log number 3 about Act 2, which they've said is coming early to mid-April, so hopefully soon, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Alright, let's just get straight into this blog post and see what changes are coming up here. Welcome to Death Must Die, devlog number 3. Today we want to focus on game design and balance, namely, how are we improving build variety in the upcoming Act 2? The problem we posted last week is that attack-based builds are currently inferior to spell-based builds. It's easier to visualize it when we look at the hierarchy of stats in the game, like global, attack, spell. Okay. At first glance, the tree looks balanced. Attacks and spells are the main stat categories, and they inherit from the global stats. But while you're limited to one attack blessing, in most runs you end up with a huge number of spells. So the sheer quantity of spells versus attack is the first issue. But a bigger problem is that summons and dashes are technically spells as well. So the tree actually looks like this. Alright, so we've got global, attack, and then spell, and spell has summon and dash and all that stuff under it. This means that any bonuses to spells, damage, duration, etc. also affect summons and dashes. This makes spell plus summon or spell plus dash builds very strong, but further disincentivize attack-based builds. It's not just viable to make an attack plus dash build, for example. It's just not viable. This attack versus spell disbalance also removes the interesting choice in gearing your characters. When looking at items that provide attack damage versus spell damage, the latter is obviously stronger. To fix these issues, we've completely redesigned our stat hierarchy to look like this. Right, global, and then each one has its own category. So they're going to separate them out here. So maybe your current gear that you're wearing prior to Act 2 release might not be as good in Act 2, or maybe it's even better, depending on what stats it has on it. Alright, we are separating the summons and dash into separate categories, while also splitting the spells into new types. Strikes. Strikes are spells that trigger with an attack, like Breath of Fire or Chain Lightning. Casts are cooldown based, like Meteor Shower or Blades. Powers are various other abilities, like Flare or Incineration. Now we have a bunch of similarly sized categories that can be easily mix and match. This brings the choice back into gearing your character and allows us to make new and interesting abilities or items. Okay, so they've got some examples here. Striking Amulet of Alacrity. So it's got 11% strike damage, 0.8% strike critical chance, and 5% faster cooldowns. Mightful Runestone of Dexterity. Plus 49.2% attack damage, 18% attack speed, and 6 banishes. Regenerative Circlet of Force. 0.5 life regeneration, 29% dash damage, 24% dash duration. Interesting. I never really found that many dash attributes when I was playing. Obviously you come across a few, but I never really managed to find very many that actually made my dash feel really like I was investing into it. Like I'd never found earn an extra dash or something like that, or significant dash cooldown. And dash duration is interesting. What is dash duration? It makes you stay in the dash longer, I guess. Let's check out this one, the Scorpion Queen. Unique Mythic. Alright, so we've got damage, attack time, area. Okay, so 53 strike damage, 18% attack speed. We've got second sting. Whenever a strike triggers, there is a chance it triggers again. 20%. Hey, that's pretty good. Warrior only though. Scepter of Domination. Unique Mythic. Alright, we've got damage, attack time, area, range, velocity, projectiles, angling. What have we got here? Chance to heal 1 life on kill. Summon damage, and then domination. Your attack damage is increased by a percentage of your summon damage. 20%. Interesting. Alright, Firestarter, unique epic. It's another weapon here. Okay, we've got all the basic stats. And then we got cast damage and cast crit chance. I am the instigator. Damage dealt by your casts has a chance to apply burning. Interesting, 50% chance. It was a lot of work to migrate everything to the new system, but we think it's worth it. The new system will allow us to bring a lot more variety and interesting decision making, both in items and blessings. Let's have a little look what the it's just the dash attack. If we're going to be able to build into dash, I hope that there is going to be dash cooldown. Is going to be easier to find. Like I said before, like I just barely ever found anything that would buff my dashes. Anyway, what is the last bit here? To further encourage build making with all new abilities, we're completely removing item binding and doubling the total stash to 8 tabs, coming in Act 2 in April. Alright, so removing item binding altogether. Okay, that's interesting, because that's a pretty big part of the live game now. Once you've equipped an item to a character, you cannot then equip it to any other character. And I just accidentally minimized the devlog there. Let's get back into it. There was only one sentence left here. So this is how we are improving the balancing and build variety in Death Must Die. Next week we want to introduce our new character, the Ranger. Ooh. As well as some of the new map locations from the upcoming act. Alright, there it is. So between the changes coming to the auto attack and the animations and that they talked about last week, and the changes to the gear and the categories here, I mean, this is looking to be a pretty big overhaul. And I don't think Death Must Die was a bad game at all before. I think it was pretty good. So any improvements going to be awesome. But yeah, this seems like quite a lot changing. I imagine the base sort of gameplay loop is going to be relatively similar, but it's going to be faster because of the attack cooldown, or the attack movement penalty rather. Anyway guys, that's it for another video. This is going to be a short one. Death Must Die Act 2. They've said it's coming in April. Hopefully by mid-April, so that's another 2 weeks or so from now. Alright ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Have a good one.